Hello, Miss Laura.
Hey Manny, how you doing?
I am wonderfully blessed as always, and so are you. And a big, big, big congrats on the deepest breath. Mesmerizing and breathtaking.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, you're so welcome. Now, take us from the very beginning. Your last film before The Deepest Breath was Revolutions, right? About Ireland's roller derby scene. So, how did you go from the world of roller derby to the world of free diving? What got you interested in directing The Deepest Breath?
Oh God, I've no idea how I went from one to the other. It just kind of happened. Um, but I suppose what I loved about the roller derby story was that there was people kind of going against the odds, and it definitely reflects in the deepest breath as well. So maybe there's a little link there. I first actually read about Stephen and Alessia in the Irish Times, and it was I didn't know what freediving was, so I had to Google what is freediving, and I was just met by these incredible images of humans behaving more like dolphins, holding their breath under the water for like I was trying to hold my breath watching it, and obviously like not able to. It was like learning that there was people that lived somewhere in far away that could fly.
Yeah.
It was quite incredible, but really it was that was news to me. But after that, it was learning about Stephen and learning about Alessia being champion freediver, Stephen being her safety, and seeing how they had gotten to where they were, their lives that they had led that brought them to the pinnacle of the freediving world from opposite sides of the world almost. And the connection that they had through their love of the sea and to each other, and then you could just tell looking at the story that when they met, something really beautiful was going to happen.
Oh, now talk to us real quick about your leads. I mean, first, Alessia, why do you think she's so driven in breaking all these records?
Well, look, it's like any athlete, any kind of like, world class athlete. There are certain, it's a certain type of person who's able to focus on one thing and go after it, for your entire life. It takes an awful lot of focus, an awful lot of sacrifice. And some people are just built like that, the sprinters, marathon runners, all elite athletes have to dedicate their lives to it. And she's no different.
And then we have Steven, right? I think he's very, very relatable. Describe him to us, Miss Laura.
Stephen was a person who didn't want to settle down and just do. He could have settled down and gotten a job in his hometown and met a girl and done what maybe his parents would have preferred him to do, or expected him to do. Instead, he was a big fan of David Attenborough. He kind of wanted to go off and be an explorer and see the world and find out what it was all about. And he just went off on his own, wandering the planet and doing like really beautiful things, meeting people, and for years and years. And he eventually brought him to Dahab in Egypt, where he discovered freediving and got into it, but realized that the safety wasn't really great at some of the competitions after an accident that he had himself. And so he decided to turn the safety around and to become a safety diver himself, so that athletes turning up to these competitions would be in good hands. And I suppose, yeah, he went on to save like countless people's lives, and two world champions that we know of owe their lives to him.
You know what? I love the narrative framework that that you use, by the way. We hear them, we don't see them talking. It adds a little bit of mystery to it. What got you interested in using that?
Was so important to me. The way Stephen and Alessia, I thought, the way they lived their lives with this beautiful curiosity, where day by day, they were meeting new things and they didn't know what was in store for them, and they were okay with that. And I thought, like, I want the audience to be on that journey with them. I want to tell the story in the moment, in the present, not looking back with all this beauty of hindsight. I wanted them to experience the beauty of everything that Alessia and Stephen were experiencing. And that led me to structure it the way that I did.
A big, big, big congrats on The Deepest Breath again, Miss Laura. We should all dive in to see the film on July 19th when it's released on Netflix.
Thank you so much. Really nice chatting to you.
Thank you so much. Good luck on everything, okay?
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.